Greetings, nerds. In this episode of Snapadelphia, which is episode number 23, I'm going to work on this area that's called Brown Hills, the bottom half of Brown Hills. And yes, you probably noticed already that I decided to work on a little bit of this area off camera. That's because there's a few spots that aren't really too special. So, without any further ado, let's hop right into it. So, I'm going to work on the bottom half of Brown Hills. Then in the next episode, I'm going to move on to the top half of the area. Then we're going to knock off the last three areas of the Snapadelphia drawing. Then it's going to be the grand finale. Let's go ahead and get to work.
The area of Brown Hills is an area named after one of the three founders of Snapchat, Reggie Brown. I had talked about this earlier in this season. Bobby Murphy has two areas named after him, Murphytown and Murphy Square. Evan Spiegel has an area, just only one area, that's named after him, Spiegeltown, that I previously worked on camera. And now Reggie Brown he has one area named after him, Brown Hills, the area that I'm currently working on. Brown Hills is actually the largest area in Snapadelphia. Hard to believe, right? Yes, it's the first largest area of that city. The second largest area of Snapadelphia is Spiegeltown. And the third largest area of Snapadelphia is Vanishing Village. And they're the three largest areas of Snapadelphia, the top three. I'll create quick jump cuts for these episodes, so just in case if I get interrupted a few times, or just one time, whatever, or if I record for a really, really long time, let's say for 92 minutes or so, then I would have to cut a few chunks out so I can make these episodes short as possible. But I don't want I know I said this before, I want to make these episodes less than 25 minutes long. That's my challenge. I feel like doing these jump cuts and cutting chunks out it's a smart thing, a brilliant thing, because it allows you to save time to edit these videos, and that's gonna go on and on forever. These strategies are very useful, to be honest. I would bounce around whenever I draw a certain area of a drawing. Then I would move on to a different area. Then I would move back to the same area that I worked on before. Yeah, I'm used to these strategies. Working on the bottom half of Brown Hills was quite a fun experience because I get to take a break from drawing the row buildings, which was kind of sort of a pain throughout this season of Snapadelphia. I want to talk about some places that's located in the bottom half of Brown Hills. Brown Hills Cemetery is a cemetery named after that area. It's one of the largest cemeteries in Snapadelphia. When I said that the McCandless Cemetery is one of the largest cemeteries, it's actually one of the smallest cemeteries. I was wrong. McCandless Cemetery, it's not one of the largest cemeteries, it's pretty small. Brown Hills Cemetery is larger, way larger. Chilla Field is a soccer/football stadium that's named after the Ghostface Chilla, the cute little ghost that's part of the Snapchat logo. Snapadelphia University is a famous university that's home of the canaries, and most types of canaries are yellow, and the Snapchat logo is yellow, so we got a huge color connection. Hayden Fry School of Art is an art school named after one of the famous coaches and athletes, Hayden Fry. He also passed away during 2019, towards the end of 2019. Vaynerchuk Golf Course is a golf course named after one of the biggest entrepreneurs, Gary Vaynerchuk. Hammam Center is a basketball/hockey arena that's named after Aman Hammam. It was a little bit hard to say her name, too. She's a Dutch model. She's one of the biggest Snapchat influencers. And yes, she's quite huge. Kiamco Avenue is a street named after another big Snapchat influencer, Cyrene Kiamco, who's a Filipino-American social media personality. She's best known for creating art on Snapchat, of course. That's what made her pretty huge. And those are some of the places I want to talk about for the bottom half of Brown Hills. Chilla Field and Hammam Center are located in Snapadelphia University. Hayden Fry School of Art is also located in Snapadelphia University. I don't want to forget that. this is one of the few episodes where I don't get to draw the row buildings. And this hasn't happened too much throughout this season. I feel like I made a mistake when I named a couple of these areas after the trio of the three founders of Snapchat. I felt like Brown Hills should have been called Spiegeltown. I feel like I should have switched the names up. Brown Hills should have been called Spiegeltown because Spiegel, he's like the leader of finding Snapchat. And then Reggie Brown, I feel like he should have got a smaller area. Like switch the areas with Bobby Murphy. Because, well, Bobby Murphy has 2 small areas. And Spiegeltown, I feel like it should have been called Brown Hills. I don't know. It sounds like a debate. Yeah, this may sound like a debate to me. It it sound controversial. It might not sound controversial, but again, I feel like I should have like switched some names up. I feel like Brown Hills should have been called Spiegeltown. Spiegeltown should have been called Brown Hills. And maybe, I don't know. I tried to make sure things are even, perfectly even. At least these guys have an area named after themselves, right?
Alright, I'm bringing this to a halt. Okay, before we get to the conclusion of Brown Hills, I want to talk about this area that I did off camera that's called Story Falls. Here's the area. We got an airport. I'm not really good at drawing airports and airplanes and fields. Here's a bunch of fields and a few of these airplanes that are mediocre looking, and here's a little hill. We got Tropic Tollway that's leading to a different city. Here's the leaving Snapadelphia sign. We got some billboards, a few row buildings, regular houses. Joy Avenue, that's along this ocean. Story Falls. The conclusion of Brown Hills, this is going to be the Snapadelphia Zoo. Here's a big parking space. The Snapadelphia Zoo and Six Flags are actually sharing this parking space. Well, this parking space it's not that big, to be honest. But here's Six Flags and Brown Hills. Here's the rest of Reggie Brown Expressway. Here's Snapadelphia University. Here's Chilla Field. Here's a baseball field, a theater. Here's Hayden Fry School of Art and Art School. You got some regular buildings where you get to study what you want to do for the rest of your life. Here is Hammam Center. It's a basketball / hockey arena, as well as a track arena as well. Well, not arena, track field. A parking garage. Here is Brown Hills Cemetery. As you can see, it's not finished. Here's Vaynerchuk Golf Course. This is also not finished. Even though I drew most of this area, the bottom half of this area, on camera, I'm going to finish the rest of it off camera so I can move on to the top half of Brown Hills. We are getting closer to finishing this bad boy. I hope this episode was really enjoyable to watch. Stay tuned for more content and Feel free to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out. And I will catch you nerds later. Thanks for watching.